You might be using Final Cut, editing your video, and you're like, I need to censor, I need to blur something out. I cannot show this to the world, or it's vital information, it could be credit card details. And then you don't know how to censor it out, so you jump over to Google, and what you see is paid plugins. So there's an easy way how you can censor stuff for free in Final Cut. It's actually included in Final Cut, and let's just get started with the tutorial. So now let's just start by opening Final Cut. I wanted to do this as a really blank or beginner tutorial, so I didn't open anything, and we're going to open everything together. So let's just go full screen for a second, and I'm just going to reset my layout. So this is what your Final Cut should look like. So now let's start off by creating a new library. Obviously you won't be doing this because you already have a project open, but in case you are also following me, you can just create a new library. We will be deleting this at the end. So let's just name this library video. So we're making video and save it. Now we're going to go in our first event, and we're going to import media first. Now I have this video clip on my desktop, and all this video clip is just a b-roll of the slide, and we're going to blur that side. So let's import the video. Now obviously there are two ways to import. You can just drag the video on top, or you can do Command I and pick the location of the video. So now let's just create a new project by going in File, New, and Project, or you can use Command N. I'm just going to make it normal 4K, and let's call it Test. Now let's bring in the footage, and I'm just going to slow this footage down just to make it a bit easier, and that's it. So that's our footage, and we're going to blur this out. So let's get an in point. So we're going to start the blur right from up here, and we're just going to blur it till pretty much right about up here. Now, so to add a blur, what I want you to do is go in the effects panel. So we're going to head over to effects panel on the right. So this is this small square window to window, and I would just be like, go on all video and audio and just search up Censor. And as soon as you see that, we just drag that on top of our video clip, and as you can see, you'll see this pixelated thing. Now obviously we don't have to make it pixelated. Our aim is to make it blur. So let's just get a bigger viewer, and on the right side, as you can see, I have the controls right up here. So first of all, I'm going to change the method to blur, and as you can see, it's already much better, and we actually see the blur. Now we can play around with all these settings like aspect ratio, amount boost if you really want to blur it out, which for this case I don't really want to do it. So we can just play around with the amount. Radius is how big you want, so you can obviously change the slider, or you can just use this circle and change it from here. And we're just going to call it right up here, and that's pretty good. And now if you play this video, that object is already blurred, and I'm just playing it, and as you can see, it's perfectly blurred. Now if I want, while it's playing, I can just increase the blur amount to what I want. So let's just say that's the amount I want. I'm going to keep it there. Now for some, if you don't have a moving object, it's perfectly fine. Let's just say you have the same object or same scenario like me, and it's moving, and we want to move the blur with the object. Easiest way is paid plugins, which will auto track it, but in this video I just don't want to show the paid stuff. So the easiest way to do is we keyframe it ourselves. So we're going to go in the start of the clip, and we're going to make sure the clip is selected. We're going to go in the effects panel, so on the right side, the effects properties, and I want you to just open the center console. So that arrow, just click on that, and we're going to click on keyframe. So this will show us X and Y both are keyframed. Basically we can even keyframe of amount of blur we want, so if you want we can actually keyframe that. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to press play, and as long as we see the blur is there, that's good, but as soon as we see the blur is shifting, we just pause and move the frame, and as you can see, while we move this on the right side, the X and Y axis also move. So it will just keyframe that at this minute or second of the video. This is where the keyframe is, or this is the position of the blur, and we just go play, and obviously now you just keep on doing that, and we just basically move it a bit by just pressing play, and that's really it, as long as it's blurring, and that's it. And now if we go and play, you can see it is being tracked. So we are just going to increase the blur a bit so it's obvious that the blur is happening. And now let's play this out. As you can see, the blur is moving, and obviously you can fine tune this even more. You can actually go frame by frame and keyframe it, but for this purpose it just works. And this is exactly how you censor something or blur something for free in Final Cut. Now in the methods, we have blurred, we can also darken. So if we really want to make a hole, we can actually rectangle it out, so it's a literal rectangle, and we can just have it like this. And same logic right up here, keyframe it so that it just forms a black rectangle on the object. And or if you want, we can obviously pixelate it, and let's just use a radius because pixelate does not, I'm not a big fan of pixelating, it just looks really bad. So I usually don't pixelate, I usually blur. But that's pretty much it. Hope you like this quick tutorial on Final Cut on how to put censor or blur something for free without spending money on those paid plugins, because this comes with Final Cut. And for beginners, or especially if you're just making your own videos, this is awesome way to get more used to of keyframing if it's a video. So if you like this video, hit that like button, maybe subscribe if you haven't already done so, hit the bell, that way you get notified. And if you have any questions, concerns, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will see you next week in my next video. And let's just end it up my usual style. I'm trying this out, so let's end this up my usual style. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. That was not good, right? It's fine, it works out, so bye.